may do is while we're out flying is we'll drop the piston sleeve.
Whoop.
About a minute. Still tight. We'll find out what that's about. That's inches, John.
Just change the piston.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right, that's chrome.
It's chrome and it's aluminum, and the aluminum the aluminum we use is basically the same aluminum the case is made out of. So it has the same expansion rates. So it works with the case instead of the case going this way and the liner going this way, and the case going further and the liner not going as far. They kind of work together. But aluminum doesn't distort like brass does. If you get brass hot, usually what happens
Moves in different directions.
Oh, we're in a Homeland Security outfit today, I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
the brass liner starts this way. If it gets hot, it ends up like this. Now that's greatly exaggerated.
Yeah.
But it usually goes like this up at the top, and we call that bell mouthing. And you'll run the piston up and down, and you'll think that's not bad. But you put a micrometer on it, and you say, well, wait a minute, the top has gotten a lot bigger. But when you turn it over cold, it feels pretty good. But once it warms up, right where it should be sealing,
The brass gets bigger.
The brass gets bigger, and you don't really get a good power stroke out of it, and it drops off 500 RPMs. And aluminum spreads away, cools off, it comes back. And aluminum wasn't brought into, especially racing, because it was lighter. It was brought in because of the way it expands and distorts. Most of the guys who started running in stunt thought it was done for lightness, but it isn't. Now the one drawback it has that brass doesn't have is chemically you can take the chrome out of a brass liner in 10 minutes, hone it and rechrome it. You can't get it out of aluminum. When aluminum liner is bad, you chunk it. You don't rechrome it. You have to grind it out.
No.
Uh-oh, Allie's trying to get a frog.
Her baby, it's a little baby.
There's a baby frog.
For him
I
last
think
night.
it's dead.
No, he moved. I think.
Well, Richard moved and he's dead. Look at
Did he
this.
bite you? You know them Texas frogs, they bite.
Yeah, but
Allie, he took your frog.
They screwed
Those
up.
vicious Texas frogs. Well, you're a frog catcher. I didn't know you had these talents. Homeland Frog Security. Frog Security, 2005.
Yeah.
Got a frog in your pool? This is the man for you.
Even if you do hurt your engine a little bit and kind of lose the seal, all it takes is another piston. We put it right back because our pistons are oversized, and we helical lap them back to perfect fit for your liner. And Leonard said, "Oh, surely you wouldn't do your customers that way." And I said, "I do it for myself. It's exactly what I do for my own." It began to work on it.
Now that's what Castor Royal does.
That's what Castle is. We could take one of my engines apart and it would look like the outside. And FAI Pylon Racing, they make us run 20% caster. And after every day of racing, everyone, back to the motel, disassemble your engine, wire brush the caster off. Because the next day, if you don't, you're down 500 RPM.
And that's why we're using the fuel. It's all synthetic now.
All synthetic. And believe it or not, the low viscosity also helps. It goes through the needle valve easier. It's less restrictive going through the filters, and you get a more consistent run. So usually the pinch in the piston is all you need to push the liner up to get it push out. This one's not going to do that. So we're going to put an end back on it, and we're going to force it up with a popsicle.
And you don't use a screwdriver for that, I assume. In the old McCoy days, put a screwdriver in there.
A drift pin.
Or a nylon, one of those nylon props. Boy, that one's caster oiled in there, baby.
It is. I mean, you can even see where
It's caster even around the top. That's
around the
unbelievable.
top, so.
This is a very educational thing to see this.
Alright, so we've got one is really in there, and I may have to get the popsicle stick all the way through the other port where it's a little bit lower, and maybe it'll push a little higher.
And it doesn't do much good to heat it because the aluminum is the same going to expand the same as the other aluminum.
Basically, that's it. About the only way you can use heat is if you use fast heat.
Right.
Oh.
That it gets the outside, and then you get it up real quick because
Right.
it once it permeates through, you got a fit. Okay.
So it's now officially Thursday morning. They're going to still work on your car today, right, Rich?
Work on what?
The vehicle, the Suburban?
This morning they're going to test it.
Do we have to pick it up or drop it off or anything?
Yeah, later today.
Okay, so he's getting his car.
As long as we get there before 6.
What did they say it was? The water pump?
Water pump.
Okay.
And he said probably the thermostat was sticking.
Okay, so that'll be good as gold. We'll use this car for today. That's the backup quarterback here. And it looks like another nice day. I see.
Clear blue skies. Forecast is for this ominous 4-mile-an-hour wind.
Oh, we better take an ARF. We better take an ARF. An ARPA-FARF. Another bright morning here in Scobie. We're on the back circle because Bill Rutherford is hogging up all our good air on the good circle. And we're ostracizing Bill for blowing us away with that low pass yesterday with the RV6s. All right, Stuka man, you ready? Let's get some of this good air under our belt. Then we can do something serious like fly the ARF.
Started following me for some reason.
So today we're going to fly the back circle.
Almost empty when they-
Bill Rutherford and a bunch of other people are on the front circle. Of course, they beat us here today. First come, first served here in Scobie.
Yeah, we got here late, 7:20. Yeah. It always
20 flights already been put up.
Well, you guys are professionals. I mean, you know, we're in the amateur class. We have to put gas in the van and have to eat Cheerios in the morning and stuff.
With a mortgage payment late. Collins in the tank.
Shooting in the sun.
I know.
Over here.
Richard's blocking it. Well, you send it back like you're supposed to. Stop's down like you're started.
I've heard this before. Drop to your knees and smile. Where have I heard that? Oh, Folsom State Prison.
I was watching CSI the other night, and they were interviewing this guy for a crime that had just gotten out of prison, and they were talking about there was a piece of tooth left, and he said, "Well, I can prove that wasn't me." He pulls out all his false teeth and lays them on the table, and I said, "Oh my God!" And he says, "When you go to prison, the first thing you do is knock your teeth out so you won't bite down."
One low bottom and they're all booing you from the peanut gallery. We went back to the Richard's house yesterday and looked at Bill Rutherford's flybys. I think they're on the tape before this. And on Al's flight, the one he had a low pullout on. I think he's just showing off, that's all. You know how these legends are. Now this is what happens when you
Become an old man.
1 foot on a banana peel and 1 foot in the grave, as Rich says. 42! I hate when guys do this.
You got him?
But we'll need one person on each leg.
You're right in the way of the landing here, Oliver.
He landed
Jeez.
in the wrong place.
Oh! What?
Not once.
John Hill took my still camera. We took some nice pictures of the critical mass yesterday. John Hill's going to make some copies. So hopefully later we'll do another photo shoot with the critical mass. Maybe get all the planes lined up. Like another.
I'm going to put a new chip in the camera.
You got a new chip in your camera too? Okay.
Batteries. Yeah, but my chip goes forever.
Yeah, well you're willing to spend a lot of money. I'm
You
not.
got a gig chip. The highest my son.
He's got a chicka gig or whatever he's got.
As long as we're not talking terabytes here, we're okay.
Chicka gig. Now, just as a point of reference, and I thought I'd mention this, we have the video from the first Texas trip, which includes the trip to Al Raby's house and his Air Force, and the Texarkana contest, and a stunt clinic by Rich Oliver. We also have last year's Texas trip. Quite a few interesting things on that also. Al's Bearcat, a lot of flights. In fact, I got to fly it. Memorable contest run by John Hill. We flew to Tiger Cat, a lot of the Tiger Cat flights. For guys that have an appreciation of twin engine planes. And all the social behind the scenes nonsense that goes on that makes this trip one of the high points of our year. And in my case, I love to play those DVDs in the shop all winter while I'm building. Loan them out to people, share them. It's the best of times. And I think it's safe to say that in the future we're going to be coming back now. Next year Karen will be retiring, and we plan on making, of course, this one of our vacations, combined with we'll probably do a few other things and spend more than a week down here in Texas. Karen really likes Texas. We really like it, but the special thing is the people. They have a group down here we just enjoy their company. The wives enjoy each other's company. Edie and Ann have been doing a great job all week, helping us enjoy the part of this that we enjoy, the socializing. And Bill Rutherford has his grandson here, John Hill has the camera of mine. We have all those still pictures coming.
John has really improved. He's an intermediate flyer.
You guys been helping him?
Well, no.
Coaching him, or?
In Paris. This is 7.5-hour drive from here. Paris, Texas.
Okay.
We talk on the phone about once a week, and
Yeah, he's a heck of a nice guy.
just really privileged to have him.
He was at Texarkana.
Yeah, he was a judge there when you were.
Oh, okay.
And he is just a super nice guy. But he is so much enjoying this.
It looks like he's made good improvement. Are you kidding me? How's the grandson doing? Okay?
Yeah, we're he just gets.
I heard some bad reports though that he's been seen flying non-cardinal authorized aircraft. There's a few demerits there, you know. Once you stray from the program, you know, it's bye-bye time to all that free help, free DVDs.
This airplane, Pam. When this airplane here, he won that at the Nats in beginner stunt.
Yeah, I know. I donated it.
And no, that was Curtis Ship.
Is that one I donated or not?
You did this one.
You guys crashed the one I donated, right?
No, this is it.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah, well, it had a little accident. And then,
Bill, in aviation, there are no little accidents.
well,
When guys do flybys at 30 feet,
the crankcase has only got 3 bolts holding the engine on because one of the lugs is broken off. And the engine's all scarred up, but it still runs good.
so why would drill another hole somewhere?
No, it's fine like it
Put a hose clamp on it. What's the problem? Zip tie. I'll zip tie that puppy on.
It's fine like it is. But he is so in tune with that airplane.
Yeah, he was flying when we pulled into the park. He was in the air.
Yeah.
We got here late.
Where
We-
were you this morning?
We had a bad hair day at the house. Yeah, we just sat around chit-chatting. It was so nice. We're gonna go see the Spitfire this afternoon?
Yeah, I gotta call Rayburn. Well, I told him about 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock's good.
So we can leave about 11 and go.
I'll
get some
buy him lunch. If you can get him to come to lunch with us, I'll buy him lunch.
He probably won't do that, but we'll. He's a very high-profile lawyer here.
Who?
Started the Spitfire. Very high profile. He was.
Well, I guess he doesn't make windy videos to own a real Spitfire. I mean, come on. Couldn't afford the landing gear bolts.
Well, you know, it's grounded right now because they found a crack in one of the cast fittings for the flaps.
Oh.
Of course, you can't get that anymore, so we had to take it off,
Have it
take it to a
remade.
machine shop.
Oh.
Now it's made out of filling,
Oh,
and they're machining it. And that's not cheap.
no, I bet you it's not. You better find some more divorces to take advantage of or something. Okay, John Ashford from Paris, Texas.
He kind of fell apart on his
Coming up the ranks. So what'd you guys do? Break the motor mounts here? Is that what happened?
we broke the whole front end off.
Oh,
And then we had to recover it. He covered it. And it's a fuselage off one airplane, the wing off another. Well,
I've done that.
it flies, that Cardinal flies so good.
It's in the design, Bill.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's the incredibly good design.
It is, really.
How do you feel about this, son? How's Grandpa been treating you? Is he good? I heard he's a little tight when it comes to buying Dairy Queen and stuff. Is that true? Tight is the correct word here.
Oh, but he
Not loose of the wallet.
when you go home and he says, "Hey, can we get a burger and ice cream at Dairy Queen?" I say, "Yeah, sure." Then I open my wallet up and I got $6. I said, "No, you're gonna have an ice cream."
Thrifty. I've heard the people in Texas say Bill is thrifty with his money.
Parsimonious.
Parsimonious.
Well, that's like Big Al. He's very generous.
He's right over there. You better not.
No, I tell him in his face, in a parsimonious kind of way. His last fall? Whoa, you're just throwing it away, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're headed right toward the top in NASCAR, believe me. The pay at the bottom is the same as the pay at the top. There's no pay scale. What motor's in here, Bill?
Rojet 40, son.
A 40 side.
Yeah, and he won't let me fly him. I get booed off the field.
It's a nice muffler.
Yeah, Scott Dinger.
Yeah, Scott made me a couple of those. They're nice.
Scott does a nice job. Yeah, he roomed with me and Bart over at Bart's house.
He's a hoot.
This thing is not just... Nobody with a long nose.
Bill Rutherford, Batman, able to buzz Scobie at 30 feet. Yeah, we're hoping we're going to get to see the Spitfire this afternoon. It's been grounded, but we still want to see it. So much to see in Texas. That Air Museum on Galveston is just really cool. That's on last year's DVD set. If you want to see a great museum and Moody Gardens tape too, there's some really cool stuff in there. I think somewhere down the road we're going to make a tape, Memories of Texas, and include all the hot stuff from all 3 of the years. But every year it's going to grow, so. Batman, da 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 da. Batman. Actually, when we did get to fly in Bill's RV6, we got to fly in that plane that buzzed the field, did some aerobatics. It was cool. Very, very cool plane. Bill built that whole thing by himself. With a little help from his grandson. Don't want to give this boy too much credit. You got to keep this boy under our thumb. Here's what I want you to do, Rich. Every time he ferrets, we yell out, "Ferret! Ferret! Ferret!" And it's getting breezy, but we were here late, so we deserve it. The breeze. Here the breeze is usually directional. Usually a little stronger up top than I'm used to, but no turbulence at all. Zero turbulence as we have become accustomed to at our club field, among other places, where the plane is bouncing around. Really is a nice place to fly. And as I've said many times, it's the people that make this trip worthwhile. 50 hours of driving, and it's worth every minute. And of course, Rich and Edie, and in this case Ann, on backup breakfast and backup cookouts or whatever. The girls have been great. Yeah, we're gonna have to change your battery, I see it. Okay, fresh battery. Rich Oliver. Launching for Big Al. Let's see if we can catch the takeoff as it rolls out. Look at that takeoff. Red critical mass against the light blue sky with the white clouds. What a combo. Whoa! Uh-oh. Al had one low one yesterday, and we were holding our breath.
anywhere else except for when you video.
Let's see if we get the landing here. Ooh! Nice.
Right.
That's the show, kids.
Just like the pro.
Hey, Bill. Bill, come on over. Come on, give me a little coaching here. Give me a little heads up coaching job. Let's see how the boy's doing.
You know, you reach a point where you just gotta fly and get more comfortable.
Yeah, you can't be playing.
No, you've just gotta ease into things. Like he's been traveling on his inside loops. See, he's still traveling, but he used to do a quarter of a circle, so he's getting better.
That looks pretty good to me.
You just gotta make him conscious of it.
Yeah, that looks pretty good to me.
And then he'll get his inverted flight a little high now.
Okay, but he could work on it. Don't get him like he's all paranoid about
Oh
it.
no, it's gotta be fun.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
gotta be fun. He's gotta enjoy it.
And everything will come to him.
And you know, he's the only kid out here. Now make him big! He tends to want to do the typical thing for a beginner, and that's try to make his maneuver too small and get it over with in a hurry. You know?
Yeah, just hold full down.
There you go. See?
That's nice.
Now, they're a little bit too small.
Oh, no,
It's not too
that's not bad at all.
You know, he's 12 years old.
He's actually ferreting less than you, Bill.
I'm surprised.
I thought you opened the ferret farm there on your last
He's got a
flight.
better coach than me.
Wait, I'm the coach.
His insides are he's rushing him just a little bit.
He needs to fly it out at the
Now
top
make
more.
it big! Make it big!
Fly it out at the top. He's
Right.
trying to get it over with is what he's doing.
See,
Okay, don't hammer him.
so what I'm going to have him do is do that outside, but I want when he gets inverted, I want him to fly a whole lap.
Okay, that's good. Yeah,
get
that's a good
used to
trick.
that.
Sure, that's a good trick.
But you know, we got a contest here, and he's doing pretty good at it. His triangles are pretty good.
They're pretty good. They're better than yours. Right? Do I hear that, John?
Bill, he looks like he's tight out there, and my guess is he's going to.
Oh, a little bit. But we got a good arsenal now, so if he loses an airplane, he's not out of luck. But he
Yeah.
isn't a bad. It's not a bad.
You gotta stop. You gotta bulk them up on Cardinals, though. Don't be buying all these wannabe planes.
Well,
He'll be national champion. Don't worry. Sooner or later,
start it right here, right
he'll be quick. He'll be a junior national champion quicker than you and me. That's for sure.
Nice!
Hey! Hey! Woo!
That was a good one.
Oh, you're up next over on the other circle there, or is Rich flying?
I thought Rich was going up, but he let Darrell go up.
Ah, we can fly the ARF when the air gets crappy. He's probably not in a rush to fly. Good looking as ever, JF.
Had a good breakfast.
What'd you have for breakfast, Jack? Jesus.
Had tacos on it.
I would have never known. Hey, how you been, Chief?
Isn't that wonderful?
It's part of the Texas image.
Great. It's great to be young. Hi. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing well, Tony.
Yeah, they're all starting to come in here now. I want to especially thank Daryl yesterday. He went and got us parts for the when Richard's truck broke down. He came through in a pinch when we needed him. He's a 17-year Navy veteran, been on all the aircraft carriers, the Enterprise among others, and a Navy veteran, retired, and flying every day in Houston. Hard not to like that for a retirement package. Go Daryl! Custom made, one of a kind?
No. Actually, I think it comes from Central Hobbies through Max at B&P.
Okay, and it's made for these big spinners, the big...
It's made for big spinners.
You'll get a lot more, that'll solve the, you know,
I know,
hopefully.
I'll be able to use a spinner without screwing up with the paint, but this one's just cheap.
In an ideal world, you'd like to grab it as wide as possible,
Absolutely.
Of course.
But anyway, I've got inserts coming, special inserts coming from a different manufacturer. I can't even remember the guy's name. It's Hap somebody. Starts with an M. But he said that the spinner inserts that come with this cup, actually Max actually took this off of a starter to send it to me.
Really?
A starter that comes from Central Hobbies. And
But they make these things for quarter scale ships, and I've seen them where they hold them with two hands.
Yeah, so when I get this, that'll solve my problems of eating up the spinners. And so I'm going to put it away today, because if I don't know how many starts I've got, less safe starts I got left. I'll take the spinner off and see if I can, you know.
Yeah, and it's impossible to hand start it, right? You're not getting into that?
No.
Yeah, well.
No way.
Believe me, I learned a valuable lesson with mine. I have the arthritis to... Now the fun part, loading up the car. So much fun.
It's internal, you put it in the truck.
And we're going off to have lunch and see the Spitfire. Thanks to Bill Rutherford making his arrangements.
It's a Viper.
Oh, that's not a Viper. There's a Chrysler little thing that is. A little hot rod. You see, Rutherford disappeared. They disappeared over the horizon. Texan RV. What does that mean? That is a pretty cool. I never saw one on the road like that. Pretty cool looking car. Anyway, we're off to see the Spitfire after eating at Jason's Deli. Woo! The thing looks pretty cool, I gotta admit. I'm not sure. These guys aren't lost. We've been going around in circles for hours, and I still don't see any Spitfires. I think they're lost. Anyway, there's some fancy community stuff going on here.
finally, the alpha male among us, he decides he's going to ask for directions.
William Hidden Lake.
Oh man, Bill, you're lost. We're lost. We have no clue at all where we are. Supposed to be an airport around here. Oh, now he's giving me that I don't know where I am look.
Ask that Mexican lady.
Oh yeah, not one word of English. Hey, you're on a windy video. We could have a new TV show. The name of the show could be Lost. Isn't there a show called Lost? Uh-oh. Now Bill's trying to find somebody here that speaks English. Good luck, Bill. All this for a Spitfire. But that's the adventure. See, if you know where you're going, it's not an adventure. If you know you're really Rich Oliver, it's not quite an adventure.
That woman saw him coming. She ran in the house.
Bill's they're gonna call the cops. Hey, I got my friends from Jersey here. We're clueless. We don't know where we are. We don't even know where. Oh, they're talking to him. She went to get her husband. He looks like
He's coming with the shotgun.
Yep. They're gonna give him a good ass whooping. You wait and see. Bill will be hanging in a tree later. Yeah, there's a Spitfire. Yeah, down there. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that guy's got Jersey plates. Don't tell him anything. Quite an adventure. The Rich Oliver gravy train. Now, if I was a Spitfire, where would I be? How can you hide a Spitfire? Look at all the nice horses. We're in horse country. Construction everywhere, huh? All new homes. Houston is a up-and-coming area, no doubt about it. Look at this. We arrived.
Kitty Hawk West.
Kitty Hawk West. No outlet. Look at this. These are private communities. Private. Oh, we're going to get arrested here. Look at this. Aircraft surveillance. Wow. Look at this community that we're in. Woo! Man, I like having friends with a lot of money. Oh, they all have the planes on in their property. This is like what Zambelli wants. Zambelli's gonna move. Look, see, they each have their own hangar. Look at this area. Whoa. Look, flowers. Look at this stuff. Oh man, what a place. Bill, you're okay. Bill's making up for it. Look at the hangar. This guy's got a hangar bigger than his house.
Wow.
Is that cool? That's pretty cool.
Look at this house. Windy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got mega money here. These aren't guys that are making belt cranks for a living and tuned pipes.
And tanks.
And fuel tanks, yeah. Whoa, there's some mega money here, baby. This is some look at the tree. Now, you know what? These people have landscaping. Look at these fancy trees. Oh, look at this house. Hey, when this Bill makes some family friends here. I won't even guess what some. Look at the old wagon. Look at the old wagon, Red.
Alright, we went too far.
I would guarantee by now they already have the Houston Mounted Police coming to track us. That they're surveilling us because we don't belong here. We're riffraff. Look at this. I hope my friend Ramo in Sweden is getting a good look at this. Ramo, you are an airline pilot. Check this out, baby. Have an airport in your own backyard. How cool is that? And all it takes is a couple of mil. Look, the guy's got a Cessna in his backyard. He's washing it. Look at this, Rich. How cool is this? Very, very cool. One of the coolest parts of our whole trip. Look, and here's the runway. It's a grass runway where Bob Zambelli's buying a house or having one custom made, and I guess we got to go around the other end of the airport here. This is a very unique. I'm glad we got to see this. Okay, I get it. There was a Kitty Hawk East and a Kitty Hawk West. So apparently the people on this side of the road that face the runway, well, they all have hangars, even on the side that... Now, how do they get the plane from the hangar across the street? I guess they just taxi them right out there. Oh, look at this. All right, Bill finally got us there. Bill has never let us down. Look at this house. Just check some of this stuff out. Unbelievable. Anyway, we're gonna go see the Spitfire. Now I have physically touched all the Spitfires in England that were in museums. I'm touching this one here. The gentleman that owns this is on the phone. Whoa. And this is for you, Joe. Joe Adamusco. We want to do a little detail walk around. Whoa, man.
I'll have to get.
Did you work on this?
No.
Boy, this is about as pristine as it gets, huh?
Oh, this is a rape and put. I think about 12.
This is cleaner than the ones that were in Duxford. Wow, man, look at.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Is this the way this would be less on a real
That's
can?
a rifled barrel. Now, whether it's...
Wes is a gun guy, so. Whoa, man alive. Look at the radiators on this.
also 4.
Joe, I'm doing this for you, baby. Oh,
Now that you're
man.
playing for them. That is a rifled barrel. I don't know whether the action's still on it, but that is a rifle.
Here's your gun port, your camera here.
Yeah. What mark is this now? Oh, we'll ask. There's apparently a story behind these props. How cool is this?
See, Wendy, what you were talking about, you never get exhaust stain on the front one.
Yeah, exactly. And then from there back, they're white.
See where they're ripping your tape?
They always tape over the old gun ports, and then soon, of course, to keep it aerodynamically clean, and then shoot right through the tape. You can feel the tape, the tape lines from the new paint. You can feel the tape lines, Bill.
Yeah.
Man, what a piece of work. What a piece of work.
He's telling you about it over there.
I'm going to go over there, yeah. I want to. All right, it's an early one.
Flew a total of about 4 missions. I've got all the mission reports and all that business. And it's painted just like it was when it flew in Normandy. And the guy who flew it, or one of the pilots that flew it, he's the only one that's still living, that flew it during the Normandy invasion. And it was painted just like it was now.
How does a remarkable piece of equipment like this find its way here and to your hands? I mean, this is...
Well, I bought it off a post. Basically, it was a gate guard in the Royal Dutch Air Force Academy at DeLand, and it had been sitting on a post from 1958 to 1992. It was a corroded mess.
Right.
And it took 10 years to rebuild.
Oh, I well believe that.
And about 20,000 dollars. And
And dollars too numerous to mention.
a lot of dollars.
Oh, yeah, the dollars, you can't even.
But we did all the sheet metal work in-house. And the only sheet metal work we did not do in-house is actually, I bought this stool made, and we made the bottom cowl part, but we didn't make the skull.
Is this fiberglass?
Now this has a Rolls-Royce engine.
It's all aluminum. Yes, it has Rolls.
What mark is this?
9.
A 9? Okay.
Yeah, it has a wooden propeller. It's pretty fast. It's surprisingly fast. I had flown a 51 some, but I had never flown a Spitfire. 51 is something of a ground level because of its laminar flow airfoil. It takes a long time to get off the ground, and it has a lot of torque. This thing, I don't even use any rudder trim on the tail.
Well, it takes a long nose.
It's got such a long moment arm to the tail that you can just control it with the rudder, and the rudder's relatively light, even though it has 1,810 horsepower. And so it's the P-51D, the only one I've ever I had one. I flew. That's the only one I've ever flown is a D model. And the D model had an anti-servo tab because when it's up cruising, it tended to be crooked, and that anti-servo tab kept it straight on the rudder. But it also gave you hell on takeoff because you put full rudder trim in it, and then you just stood on the damn thing with your right foot. This thing is pretty damn docile on takeoff. It's much more docile than I was used to with the 51.
I remember you saying.
But you can see out of a 51 when you land. This son of a bitch you don't see either.
I remember you saying that the 51 was a shorter getting near the pistol than the problem.
No, and it's so much lighter. You know, 51's all up into weight is about 7,800 pounds. This only weighs 5,400 pounds.
How did you get the plane in?
Put it in a crate. Took the wings off of it, took the tail section off of it, and stuck it all in a shipping freight. Really wasn't that horribly expensive. To ship it from Holland was $6,000.
Do you put it in a container?
Yeah, I put it in a shipping container.
20 foot?
20-foot shipping. And, you know, hell, they just picked it up and they delivered it right out here on the road, and we took it out and put it on tables that we built, actually great big old heavy tables, and we just stuck the airplane on it, wheeled it in pieces.
A 20-foot container for me from China was about $6,000.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazingly cheap.
Now, of course, I had to go over there and disassemble this damn thing and build all the forms to hold it and everything. But I had some pretty good help.
I should have called me. I was available.
But
And we're available now, right?
But it has been an ordeal to get most of the boats out of it. We just about got them all.
How many hours of flying does it have on it?
I don't know. It had 161 combat hours, and I've flown it 98 hours since I finished.
It's really got about 300.
And I don't have any idea of the non-combat hours it flew because the logs, the aircraft logs were destroyed in 1958. So I have no way of knowing what its total time is. But I have all the combat records on the airplane. I have every scrap of paper, and it's really interesting to go through them. It shows every mission.
Did you buy this from the RAF or?
No, this airplane was sold to the Dutch in 1946. H1 is in the.
Looking at the bottom of the wing here for some of the detailing. Joe would probably be interested in this.
But it was a mess. I've got pictures of it, during its construction phase, and corrosion was just terrible. This wing was the first wing we did.
The invasion stripes.
And it took us a year and a half to do this wing. And we replaced about 60% of it. All the spars, all the ribs in the rear. I'm ready to go.
I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Nice to meet you finally. Fine. This is my wife's son.
Wendy, the restoration on this is flawless.
This is unbelievable. I'll tell you, talk about being worth the trip, huh?
You know, I'll tell you, if you were going to build another Spit,
It would be cool to make.
detail in here would be
Yeah, I got to mention to Joe.
I
We
mean,
could-
you could get in here with some decent light, photograph the instrument panel, create all this, in the...
This is a nice paint job too with the, look at that with the invasion stripes, the cannon blisters.
It has to. The Mark 9
Look
was
at,
an
when
attempt to...
just look at all the detail in the fillet.
Oh, I know.
You got a little bump here, a little blister there, rivet lines.
It's absolutely immaculate. You got to see. You can't believe how you can rub this and you can feel the paint line. Unbelievable.
I don't think I've ever seen anything this.
This is really adds a dimension to the word museum quality.
If you wanted to do proper lettering, it's all here.
What they did is they put a two-stage, two-speed supercharger on it.
Look at this. They even have a hatch for adjusting a control horn in the back.
Really? Ha!
They call it weight or ballast,
Yeah.
but they even have a... But look at this. I didn't know anything like that existed.
Piece of work. What's impressing the hell out of me is how clean it is.
No, I see what he meant when he said he had a flat problem.
Yeah. They're waiting for some flap parts to be machined.
Look at this detail for a light ink job.
Yeah, Joe has this on his. Joe has this on his Spitfire. He made a copy of this, a pattern. And of course, Joe, he has a picture of you, your Spitfire, my Spitfire, right in his shop, in his laundry basket, in fact. How cool is that? There's other planes in here.
Think about taking wheel pants apart that way?
No. That's pretty cool. This looks like a V-tail home built back there, but to be honest, the Spitfire's got my attention.
Without a doubt.
The only thing we had on the aircraft is not much flatter crevice, but flat so coarse that it's a nightmare to clean. I mean, you can't really clean. And at least you can keep this clean.
Pretty cool, huh, John?
One of these days, I'm going to get my zero back from John.
Yeah, I've got to take my own show. Zero's a paint shop behind my hand. Regular's an outstanding press.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you.
That's some workmanship, boy. That's.
It's a wooden prop,
Yeah, he said.
made in Germany.
So what kind of wood is that prop made out of, do you know? And
I don't know.
It's got some kind of finish or tape on the leading edge?
Got to be laminated.
Some kind of tape or vinyl on the leading edge. Look at the prop tips. And they're reversed, of course. This engine turns backwards?
No.
No? Turns normal rotation?
Yeah.
Would these normally turn the other way?
No.
Or the 5 blades turn the other way? What? The Griffins?
No, I think the Griffin went this way too. Most British airplanes went the other way, but the Merlin did not.
Oh.
This is a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, Rolls-Royce Merlin. Yeah. You see, this had 200 and some odd more horsepower than the Mustang.
And it's lighter.
And it's lighter. But what this could do for an hour, a Mustang could do for 8.
Right. Well, you know I'm a Mustang fan, but for an hour, that'd be the fun.
Yeah, but most of the time what they were doing was over with in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of overkill to say the other 7 hours weren't real interesting.
Well, these guys, they were defending. They weren't going somewhere.
Yeah.
It was, here comes the...
They had to take a ride. They didn't have to go to Germany to get a fist fight going.
Guys did not want to give up their Spitfires for Mustangs. They did not want to do it.
Well, Bill, I don't want to give up my Spitfires for Mustangs either, but I'll take a Bearcat.
Is that Bearcat or Bearcat?
Boy, this is a treat. Bill, I appreciate you lined this all up. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he,
This is
he
something
built an airplane
special.
like we
It took
would.
so long to get here.
Well, we can forgive that. I may erase some of that out of the video where I was cursing you out and saying, "Who the hell is this
You're
guy?"
not the first guy to do it.
Don't worry
You won't
about
be
it.
the last. You check the rifling in here?
Yes, Les looked at it. Where are you?
Back here. On the leading edge, in the black and white stripes, what are those things that look like staples, but they're really openings?
Staples, but they're really openings.
There's a strip.
Oh, those screw heads.
The what?
Those are slot screws. They have kind of like a cam-shaped screwdriver.
screw slot.
He just got them all lined up.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got them all exactly finished.
Oh yeah. Look at this. All the slots are angled up evenly. This is unbelievable. I got it.
Pretty neat, you know. And this is done fluid motors. We have pure galvanized. And then the land, the only one that is still alive is we blew it up.
And of course, the other stuff in itself would be interesting, but you march in a Spitfire, especially if Joe and Wendy are around. Now, Joe and I, between us, have made 6. Very, very, very cool afternoon here. Just as cool as it gets. Now, the reason I wanted to do some of the smaller details on this, because you never know when Joe and I are going to just up and make 2 more Spitfires. Now look at the Zeus fittings. It looks like they have 4 rivets in each Zeus fitting. The exhausts are cool, and of course I've made 4 different molds for 4 different types of these to make composites. And they're always one of the high points of the plane.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
An RV6?
I think so. I think it's
Is it an RV6? I can't tell.
I don't think it is.
side-by-side seating.
No, Bill's is side by side, right?
Yep. It looks like an RV.
John, is this an RV? Do you know?
It's an RV. I think it's
I just don't, I think it's an RV, but I couldn't be sure about the number. 6, 7, 8, 5.
What would you give to have a hangar like this? Look at this hangar to work. Just build models in. Put your O-gauge train layout over here.
To have a desk, a work table like
Yeah,
that. It rolls around.
that's right.
The light's built in.
Work table. Get my O-gauge model railroad over here. All my Brodak kits up over here. All my ARFs over here. All my Spitfires near the Spitfire.